Hey guys, it's me again, and this is a really impromptu video. I've basically just come from watching a live stream from a lady called Charlene, and it's really interesting, and it happens every weekday morning at 8 AM, so I'll leave the link in the description if you'd like to go and check it out. Basically, in this live stream, she does a book club, and at the moment they're reading a book from Napoleon Hill. Now, I'm not actually, I can't, because of school, I can't actually go to every single one of these blabs, which is the platform which this is on. But the concepts and ideas that they explore are absolutely fascinating. So today they were talking about fear and fear and illness and how they work together. And I think the main thing I took out of it was the fact that it's really easy to just get stuck in your problems and to not realise that there is so much more to be grateful for. Now, as a person who hasn't actually gone through something absolutely ginormous, I only really have experience with the little things. But one thing that I have definitely realised is the fact that it's so easy just to get trapped inside it and to think that if this doesn't work, my life will fall. It's not going to fall. You know it's not going to fall, but sometimes it's really hard to see that. And one thing that we explored was the fact that, especially when you're in the midst of it, sometimes you just have to, you won't realise how good it was for you until you come out the other side and look back. So sometimes I think it's, especially with health sometimes, or with failures, and things that bring us down and make us feel more limited, it's really important just to take a step back and just be aware of all the little things you have to be grateful for. Like one of the men who went on the broadcast was talking about how he was going through some financial difficulty, but he was still able to go and take his little girl to school, and he could appreciate the rain as he walked, and the fact that he could walk, and the fact that he was able to sit at home of his own free will, and that he wasn't stuck there, and it wasn't for a reason, you know, he wasn't stuck there because he had to be. And I think it's really important, the fact that we kind of forget how much we have when we focus so much on what we don't have. Now, I think the last thing I'd like to add to this is the fact that most of us, I think, or not always, but I think we always have a dream or a goal in mind. And one important thing is, even if we don't know where we want to go, it's the person that we want to be when we're doing that that's really important. The big thing me and Charlene were talking about was the fact that once you have a goal in mind, you have to really think about what you're, not necessarily what you're expecting, but what perhaps will be expected of you when you get there. So for example, I want to be a doctor, but do I understand what it will be like being a doctor? And when I'm there, what can I do to prepare myself in order to make sure that I'm the best doctor that I can be, and that I can face all of the problems that will, that I can face everything that will come at me. And of course, it's really hard to, with some things, it's really hard to do that when you're not actually there yet. But it's really important to think that through, because otherwise you'll get there and then you'll just be lost, because you won't have anticipated anything and you won't have tried to prepare yourself at all. That's a recipe for disaster, and I think we all know it, and you've probably heard this before, but I'll say it. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. And it just comes back again and again and again. And I think that's one thing I've definitely learned, is the fact that if you're able to prepare, try and do it, try and do something, because you're probably going to be better off with that preparation than you are without it. Because you'll give yourself that little bit of footing that will help you make that jump, and make that jump a little bit smaller so it's a lot more manageable. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this made sense, because it kind of flowed better than I expected it to. So hopefully it made sense, and I hope that you can take something out of it. I'd really love to hear what you think, because I'm betting a lot of you guys have been through, even if it's small things or big things, we've all been through something, and I'd really like to hear how you dealt with it, and whether you were able to, change your perspective and actually look outside your problem. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful time doing what you're doing. Bye guys.